All right. My name is Asala, and I game. I'm here with Darkwater. We're doing yet another convoy. As you can see from what we have currently, we have Trade Connection Switzerland 7 out of 10. Tonight, we're going to attempt to get at least one more, hopefully. Trying for two, but I think only one's really feasible at this point. And Darkwater is on here with me as we
Hello.
look through the contracts. See what we can get. We have to go to different countries. Come back for those that don't know what this not achievement. What do we call this?
Challenge. Well, the truck
Challenge.
challenge.
I guess that'll work. Challenge. I still think that going to Portugal will be too far, and I don't think we'll make another level.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if we can get something like we had last night. We had a good one last night that would have taken us over to Great Britain, but I don't think it's on here. There's a Portugal one though. 976 kilometers, 13 hours,
Yeah.
and
a
it's
long one.
wood shavings.
Well, what we could do is we could just take a freight market job. That's another thought we could do.
Yeah, we could do
And
that.
here's my thought. Because we don't need to do a convoy if,
Wait, a convoy?
but we don't need to do an external contract if we're just doing that.
True.
Problem is, I don't have that many loads coming out of here.
I only have two.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna go back to external contracts. I saw one that's gonna take us a little closer. There's one that takes us way to the south of Spain. 16 grand. It's a telescopic handler JCB, and it's 917 kilometers. If we're gonna do 917 kilometers, we might as well go to Portugal. That's my thought.
yeah. 900. I got one. It's wood shavings going to Portugal.
Yeah, I'm gonna mutilate this name. Setúbal. So to rule to Setúbal, that one, eight grand
Yeah.
for wood shavings.
Yeah, that's one I see.
Yeah, let's just grab it.
Or,
Too late. I already grabbed it.
oh, I was just looking. We could bobtail to Italy, take the ferry. We lose money. We have to take like multiple ferries. But I was thinking about going to Albania. But
Yeah, we're already grabbing it. Let's grab it and go.
alrighty.
I mean,
Where are we picking it up?
I'm picking
We're
it up right here. Yeah.
It makes it nice and easy. I think I'm picking up in the exact same spot as you were. I am.
Did you see this line? You can actually see the logs coming down, and it drops them on either side. It's pretty cool.
Oh. The line right in front of me?
Yeah, the logs come out, and they come down the line, and they'll drop to the right or left into little log bays, if you will.
Neat.
I'll let you lead this one. I led the last couple ones.
Hey, you did.
I have
Well, the thing is, you're faster.
half tank. Yeah, so I had half tank of gas and just over
I got about a quarter.
quarter tank. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna want to look for somewhere to stop.
Yeah, where you only got 3 hours left.
Well, I see we have. Okay, there is a hour and 33 minutes up. There's a rest stop there. We'll stop there. I'll just I'll just take off because I already have it marked as a stop. Oh, you're going. Never mind. You go. I'll follow. You got it marked?
No, whoa! I didn't see that car. They were zooming. I'm gonna start off the gate with get into a car accident.
Turn right.
That'd been great.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left.
Say what you like though. I mean, these mosquito fly swatters that I got actually work.
Turn
Unfortunately, I don't deploy them until after I already got bitten or see one. By then, it's already too late.
My question is, why would you do it before that? Oh, hello, car. Sorry, man. I didn't see you coming until I pulled out. There's a white car right on my ass. It's crazy. Why would you pull it out any sooner than that, though?
Get ready
Yeah.
to turn left.
I mean, you have to have a reason to pull technically a fly swatter out, right? Even though it's electronic. You kind of have to have a reason. You don't just pull them out and run around with them like lightsabers. Well, maybe you do. I don't know.
Well, just in general. How many are coming in? It's just. I'm speeding a little bit, doing 60.
Yeah, I'm only doing 70.
Speed.
Only, huh?
Mm-hmm. And a car passed me, and I was doing 70.
I was doing about 66, 65.
Mm. Shame. Shame.
As I say that, I'm still doing 65. I have to slow down constantly.
No, I put the old cruise on at 60. I'm good. Yeah, I got 103,000 euros. We could get about 2 more of those 50K ones, man. I'd be set. I'd be buying a new truck.
Yeah. So I got asked a weird question the other day.
Okay.
I got asked if I watched the presidential debate.
I am not going into politics, so we can just stop that conversation right now.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly my response to that.
I'm telling you right now, I will not jump into that conversation. That
Please mind the speed.
is a debate. I just don't want to do that. Nope. That is just raw on both sides, and I don't want any part of it.
Yeah.
People that know me know my stance. That's all that I care about. Nobody else needs to know my stance. Whoops.
It's 83 here now.
Yep.
Oh, slowing back down to 70. And coming up to a roundabout. What is that? Oh, neat.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
It's a boot.
Around the boot.
Around the boot.
At the roundabout.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Caution. Please mind the speed. Exit now.
I see which one you're talking about. That little fuel area.
Yep. We'll just pop in there real quick, get some fuel, get a coffee, and then cruise on.
Slowing down for some reason.
90 in here.
I know. This car in front of me, this Mini Cooper, he's only doing 70. Same with the car in the left lane. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Looks like we're taking this first exit.
Yep.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Maybe next week. Yeah, I was gonna push out a Fallout 4 video tonight. I guess I'll push it out tomorrow instead, but I gotta get past the I gotta get into Dry Rock Gulch. Stupid crickets, man. They're like tanks. You take a beating and just keep on ticking. Kind of annoying.
Yeah. I've never done it on survival, so I never done it at that low of a level either. So.
Well, survival is fairly. There are 2 pumps there. Yeah. Okay. Survival is. I mean, it's not really the survival component that. It's the, going into a 30th level area and being, low level. And then having to, try to figure out how to take on these things that are just well above the best that you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I never did that. I never did, in any of my playthroughs of Fallout, I've never done what you're doing right now.
Well, I figured out something very interesting, and it's going to be something that I'll be doing later on, so I'm not really going to give it away yet, but it's kind of an idea I have for how to move around without fast travel. Are you good there? You are way up.
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, keep that pressed in.
There we go. Getting coffee?
Yep, getting coffee.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna go left.
Good plan.
I wasn't sure how to pull into this, so I was really confused. But
Whoa,
I saw him.
whoa. Okay, you were like heading right for it, like a bullet train.
I was going slow, man. Slow and steady. I didn't even have my foot on the accelerator. Okay, it's called the gas pedal, right? But in a diesel, and a semi, you're running diesel, so is it a diesel pedal?
Nope, still a gas pedal.
Exit now.
Yeah,
Does the police in Spain have green and white cars?
maybe.
I
might.
swear I just saw a police car that was green and white.
I didn't look too closely at it. I think I got bit on my elbow by a mosquito.
Huh. Now, I've never been to Portugal. I've never been to Spain in this game, so this would be the first time I went to Spain. Was the last time we were there.
Yeah, same.
And then Portugal, I've never been to Portugal before either.
Same.
To be fair, I've never been to Russia either. So, I mean,
I have. I've been to St. Petersburg.
okay. I don't think I've ever went up to Russia. I bought this game, played a little while, and then I kind of walked away from it, and then kind of came back to it when you started playing more. American Truck Simulator, though, that's my jam, man. It's my jam.
Yeah.
Well, we're 90 in here.
Looks like we're taking the next exit.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it?
I'll turn on my blinker now, just so that way you know.
I just slow down. Let's catch up to
Whoa,
all
why are
kinds
you
of
slowing
people.
down, car?
Keep right, and then exit right.
What the heck is that thing?
What thing?
Exit
It's like a giant monument, but I don't know what it is. Looks like a chicken leg. It's like a drumstick.
Celebrating the chicken legs of Spain.
It does look like it.
I don't know. I almost think it's like Italy or something. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know. I'll go with chicken leg. It looks like a chicken leg. It's delicious.
Even got the chicken, you know, the fried chicken color.
Mm-hmm.
Another roundabout up ahead.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of them. Or just one. Whatever, really.
It might be another one. Or it's a left turn.
See, now, Spain looks to me more like an Arizona, right? Or New
Yeah.
Mexico.
at the round.
Yeah,
And I got that
Third
prairie look
another
to it.
roundabout. It is a roundabout.
exit now.
Told you, I think there's like 3 of them.
Gonna have to swing this a little wide.
Third exit.
It's a narrow one. Oh, I got room. Yeah, kind of it
Exit now.
like the border of Arizona into Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of flatter.
Yeah, Arizona. Well, it depends on where in Arizona, but Arizona seems to have a little bit more curves to it. It seems pretty flat. Be almost like a Nebraska in an Arizona climate.
At the round.
Yeah,
Take the first exit.
This reminds me of Farming Sim 19,
Exit now.
going through that town with the. They have the castle up on the hill.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It does, kind of does.
Mm-hmm. I do like the meridian being to your right, and then it looks like cars park on the other side of that meridian. I
Yeah,
think that's pretty cool looking. I think that's pretty cool. "50 kilometers." Oh no, we're
it
at
gets up to 80.
80.
That's interesting. It's a random white brick house out in the middle of nowhere.
Looks like a church, dude. It is a church.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's a church. Had a bell tower, and it had a cross on top of it.
I didn't see the cross. I couldn't tell what it was at the top. I was going too quickly. Wasn't paying that much attention. Slowing down to 50 into this little village.
Caution.
Excellent.
Please watch the speed.
believe the in Spain there's a lot of Catholicism in Spain. Very very strong Catholicism.
I mean, same with Mexico, right?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
See, now I would love to actually truck in Europe just to kind of get a feel of this.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. That'd be an experience for sure.
Well, I used to, like I said, I used to truck the United States, so I got to feel bad to your big long noses.
At the
Were you
roundabout.
always a day cabber, or did you have a
No,
sleeper at one point?
I was over the road for a lot of my years trucking. I had times when I had just a day cab,
Get
but
ready.
for the most part it was sleepers, and I did long hauls. Especially when a company would find out that I knew how to do over the road, and it was like, oh well, you're obviously an over the road driver. And I'm like, well, I kind of signed on to be a local driver, but okay. And then they pushed me out into like Boston and Columbus, Ohio, and Kansas, and just all kinds of different places. So it was good. I enjoyed it in the beginning. It gives you a lot of free time to really think about life in general, and eventually I got into books on tape, and I can't even tell you how many books on tapes I went through while driving truck. Um, and eventually you just get tired of it, like anything, I guess. Just tired of the same in and out all the time.
Well, if you're taking the same route over and over and over again, it gets repetitive.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Some companies would have me doing um, just whatever load they'd grab a hold of as a load I would go for, or a back load or whatever. So it was random. It wasn't always the same route. But there were some routes I did, like I used to do Chicago to um, Groveport, Ohio, and that one I would do 3 times a week. And now that's only an 8-hour trip, so it wasn't like it was anything fantastic or too hard or anything, but still 3 times a week. The big one I used to do though was from Chicago to Kansas City, Kansas, and stopping in St. Louis, Missouri. So I go down to St. Louis, flip out some pallets, run down to Kansas City, drop the trailer, or I drop the trailer, they'd unload it, and I'd go to sleep. They'd wake me up, I'd hook to the trailer, and I'd go right back to Chicago by way of St. Louis. And I did that 3 times a week, and I made good money doing that one.
Is that when you're hauling tanker?
No, when I was hauling tanker, I worked for Archer Daniels Midland, so that's when we hauled ethanol.
Oh,
Alcohol. Ethanol is purely corn alcohol with a splash of gasoline in it so that people can't drink it. It's like 110 proof. Just go
interesting.
get a tanker full of that crap. Well, you had to be really careful because we used to run corn alcohol to places like Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, places like that created actual alcohol, and we drop off loads of alcohol there. When we did it, we had to seal everything up. We had a bunch of paperwork on it, and we had to make sure that nobody was following us and nobody was going to try to take, because I mean it was pure alcohol, and yeah, it's 48,000 pounds worth of alcohol, and that's a lot of alcohol. So we had to really make sure that there was nobody chasing us, nobody following, and you had to really be careful. And then when we get there, it's like I went into a nuclear plant facility with a load, and okay, to give a comparison, I went into a it was a jail for young adults, you know, minors, and so like a boys club, and you'd go in there, and they would check under your vehicle, and they would verify who you are, and just a bunch of stuff, just to make sure you weren't going in somewhere that you're not supposed to be. When I went to the nuclear power plant, the security was as good, if not better, than that. They would check under your truck. They would check in your glove. I mean, they checked everywhere to make sure that you did not have anything that could potentially cause any kind of harm or danger or cause a catastrophe. So it was the security there was immense. Um, and I forgot why I went there. It was and the security wasn't the same, as in they didn't care what was underneath or whatever. But if that seal was broken, or if anything was not how it should be on the inside of that tank, yeah, your butt was in trouble.
Yikes.
Yeah. I enjoyed trucking when I was doing it. You know, I haven't been able to get to 90 yet.
Really?
Yep, traffic has me pinned.
Oh. I've been coasting at 90 pretty solidly. You must get like, I don't know how the AI spawns in Convoy. It's really weird.
Well, I noticed that the back person always gets the traffic, and the front person has the clear shots.
Unfortunately, I don't have any cool stories like that. I mean, I do remember my father taking me out to on a trip back when I was less than, I want to say around 5 or 6 years old, and he had a load going to New York. I think it was central New York, but it
Hmm.
was on the east coast side of it.
Okay.
So we ended up going to New York City. We didn't go into New York City. We went on the New Jersey side of New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I just remember seeing the skyline. We were at this truck stop, and yeah, that's one of the only very few memories that I have of them. The good ones, I
Right.
should say.
I
I have
took.
a
Yeah.
I have another memory. I don't remember where we were, but it was just me and him in the truck, and we were at a truck stop diner. I was coming out of the truck. This is how I learned to properly climb in and out of a truck. Is I went out or went down the passenger side, facing away from the truck, and my foot slipped, and I scraped my back on the steps.
Mm.
That hurt.
Painful. Yeah. When
But I always liked being in the semi with him. I One of the other good memories that I have. We're losing the right lane eventually, so you know.
Okay.
Was that was the first time he put me in his lap and had me hold the steering wheel and drive.
Ah.
So I mean, he held the steering wheel as well,
Well, of course.
but I don't have many good memories of my father at all. But there are a couple like here and there. My uncle's been mostly of a father figure to me than anybody really.
Right.
My uncle's the one that taught me how to fish, how to hunt, and all the other stuff.
Keep left.
Well,
So
when your wife was little, I had her in the truck, and we went through Chicago, and she was amazed by all the lights in Chicago. It's getting to be nighttime, and unfortunately, that load, that On the way back, we were going through Indianapolis. On the way back, Chicago got hit with a blizzard and cold winds, so the road was frozen over. And boy, that sucked because at that time I had my wife, your wife is a child, and middle one as well in the truck, and that just absolutely stressed me out.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't mind cruising along and it's just me, but put your family in there and that's just bad. I remember one time it was just me and the truck, but I was driving back from somewhere out east, and I was going through Gary, or just before Gary, Indiana, and it started snowing, and we went into literally one lane. I mean, all you could see were the tracks in front of you from the truck, and from the truck in front of you, as all you had to go by. It was this blizzard was intense, and so I'm watching the tracks in front of me, and I thought, you know what, this is BS. On the next rest stop, I'm gonna pull over, I'm gonna pull in, and I'm gonna go to bed. I'll probably get something to eat real quick, and maybe get a shower or something, whatever, you know. So I pull into
Taking
this.
the next exit.
Okay, so I pull into this rest area, and I jump out of the truck, and as soon as my feet hit the ground, I went straight onto the ground. It was pure ice.
Ooh.
I decided, oh, it's a good thing I decided to stop. The next morning when I got up, the roads were plowed, all salty and everything, and it was just 100% better. But boy, that sucked. I used to do a lot of trucking down 65 going towards Indianapolis, and that road is kind of a north-south road, but it kind of goes more like a southwest to northeast way, and the wind cuts across there all the time and freezes that damn road up. We were cruising down, and I was in the truck, and this all of a sudden we started slowing. All traffic started slowing way down, and the reason was because we were on ice. We could tell we were on ice, so the truckers were slowing down. Everybody was slowing down, and I slowed down behind the line. I said, you know what, I'm just going to stay in this right lane. It's probably easier this way. So I get in the right lane. I stay there. And this van goes flying by me. And I'm like, whoa, that dude is cruising. And all of a sudden I see his back end, the right tire on his back end starts throwing up this rooster tail. And he starts turning off to the left. He goes into the meridian, turns all the way around, so he's pointing opposite way he just came, and just stops right there in the middle of the meridian. He literally was on black ice.
Oh.
That's the kind of crap you deal with when you're trucking, like late at night. It's very easy to get black ice, and it's very hard to see. Obviously, it's black ice, but you could feel it because you'll start feeling your truck losing traction. And when you start feeling that, man, it's time to slow the way down. I remember I dragged a trailer. It was in the middle of winter. I took a trailer. I got to, I don't know, it had to be at least 100 and some miles. Pulled into a rest area or something, because there was a slight drag on my truck and I couldn't figure out what the hell it was. The rear tandems had frozen up. I literally was dragging the trailer behind me the whole 100 plus miles. It looked like they were moving, but they weren't. They were frozen. They were locked up. Luckily, it was cold enough and there was enough snow on the ground that I wasn't tearing up rubber. Yeah, a lot of trucking stories.
Yeah, I don't. Aside from my riding with my uncle, like in his when he was bobtail, just when he came to visit us.
Hmm.
I don't remember a lot of the times being in a semi. I remember being around them. I remember seeing them. I remember sitting in them, but I don't remember like everywhere we went.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't do is team driving. Always driving. I don't want nothing to do with team driving. Because inevitably you're going to get either an absolute slob or you're going to get somebody who's so OCD that it's going to drive you freaking insane.
Yeah.
That must be a cop next to me. Yellow, blue, and white. Kind of a checker pattern.
Probably then. The way you're describing it, sounds like it. I'm gonna get in the left lane. These trucks are going slow. Keep having to slow down because of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I get.
Nice little city off to the right, though.
Oh yeah. That's cool looking. I mean, as I hit a guardrail, that'd be perfect.
Did you actually hit a car?
No, I didn't hit a car or a guardrail. I was just making
Oh.
fun, but
Traffic is going a little bit slower up ahead, just so you know.
after 14 years of trucking, people always question why I don't want to go anywhere. Like on vacation and stuff. Why? I've already went to tons of places. I don't find anything fascinating anymore. There are some places where I'm like just absolutely awestruck by maybe the beauty or the way it is. Like when I was trucking, I used to look into the horizon in the morning, and it literally looked like you were about to climb this giant mountain, and all it was a cloud. But it looked like a mountain far off. It was absolutely wonderful. The other times is you'd be cruising along and you see all gray sky, and yet there'd be holes in the gray sky where the sunlight would poke through. And it was very interesting because all I could think of is, oh, who's the spotlight on over there? Because it literally would poke through the cloud and point right to one spot. And I thought, well, I wonder if that's God's way of saying, you have my approval today. Or, I know it's not, but it was interesting to just contemplate that stuff. And then the meteors. I used to see shooting stars or meteors or whatever you want to call them in the night sky. A couple times they looked like they were going to literally land like hundreds of feet in front of you, even though it's probably a half continent away or half a globe away. A lot of cool stuff. Saw Aurora Borealis a couple times.
I've only seen just a slight glow, the Northern Lights.
If you go
Never
up to
actually.
if you go up to Rhinelander in the wintertime, you can see them. That's where I've seen them.
Oh, what are you doing? Why are you getting in front of me? Slowing way down, had to hit the brakes. This truck just jumped out in front of me. Now these two trucks in front of me are playing musical lane. That's you coming up my blind side?
I am right behind you.
Oh, you behind me?
Right behind you.
Watch out, this truck's hitting his brakes. But it did, those experience, even growing up a little bit, and then riding in the car, coming from Michigan to Wisconsin over and over again. I learned to, even though I was never driving, I always learned to pay attention to the cars in front of me, like look for the tail lights, look for brake lights,
Right.
especially brake lights. If you see a bunch of brake lights ahead of you, pay attention to that.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
tunnel.
Tunnel, man.
I gotta roll down the window. Alright. Tunnel over.
Dang it. So short.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of those memories and a lot of those experiences. Oh, man. Oh, my back itches. I think I got bit. Moving over to the right lane. You can stay in the left, you don't have to be in the right.
It's alright. I'm moving over to the right lane. I think I'm going to actually slow down a little bit, give you a little more room. I literally am right on your tail. You decide to do emergency stop. You're going to have this truck shoved right up your ass.
That wouldn't be too nice.
I
It'd be
don't,
kind of
I don't,
uncomfortable.
I don't think you'd like that at all. But hey, who am I to judge? I know I won't like it when I'm paying the bill for the repairs. I will say, an American truck, I like it better with the insurance, where, you know,
Yeah, I'm really surprised this Euro truck does not have insurance.
yeah, I don't like the fact that everything you do has a high price tag to it. Maybe that's
Our
their way.
minimum insurance should be a thing, you know?
Get back, get back. Okay, good.
Sorry, I should have let you know there was a slow moving
No,
truck.
no, no, no. You didn't have to do that. I was watching the cars come up on my left side. And this guy's slowing down. Just stay right here. Good plan. You should slow down. You're speeding. Looks like there's more coming up. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about American. Well, there's a bunch of things I like about American truck. Obviously, from America, so it makes sense. But trucking through some of that stuff is pretty cool. We are just now starting to hit some of the areas I used to truck, like Nebraska and
Kansas and
Kansas, Arkansas. But the rest, a lot of the other trucking areas were east of here, us. So I haven't quite seen any of those yet. Saw some Kansas. Missouri will be a big one. Illinois is definitely huge. It'll be interesting to see how they do Chicago.
yeah.
Because Chicago on its own is very interesting. I didn't do New York City at all. I didn't do Los Angeles at all when I was trucking. Those are like some seriously long hauls. But I did a ton of Chicago. In fact, like I think
Stay
I
in the
told
middle lane.
Yep, I'm there. Like I think I told you before. I used to run to Chicago twice a day
Yeah.
when I was doing local. So I was in Chicago all the time. And there's nothing wrong with Chicago except for the fact that the traffic is out of control. It used to be they'd have windows that you could get in and out of Chicago, you know, like a 4 o'clock in the morning you get in and out of Chicago fairly unscathed, and
They still have that.
no, they really
It's not
don't.
as much
No,
anymore,
they really don't.
but I mean, if you try to go midday, good luck.
Well, another part of that was, so I would go in the morning. I'd leave at about 4 in the morning. I'd beat traffic, get into Chicago, get my load, head back out. And coming out was fine. So it was pretty much in out. Get back up, drop, grab another trailer, and then head back down again. And by the time I was heading back down, it was probably noon, 1 o'clock, and traffic was because everybody's at work. So I'd get right back in again, get a load, and then I'd have to fight traffic coming out every day that I ran 2 loads. And it sucked because Chicago is a place where if you get in the wrong
Slow
traffic,
down.
I see that. If you get in the wrong traffic, I spent 6 hours in a traffic jam in Chicago. Or
Sounds about right.
literally moving like hell. I think snails would have beat us.
When I was like 22, I went to Ohio because my sister was living there at the time, and I did it just by my own road trip. Figured to go visit family. Didn't have anything else stopping me at that time. And on the way there, I was in Chicago for 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like where I
Uh,
work. You know, they want they talk about flying us in to flying us in, but in order to do that, we have to go from Milwaukee to Chicago on a flight. And the last time I took a flight, because usually I'll drive, the last time I took a flight, I spent 4.5 hours in Chicago waiting for a pilot to come in from Texas. And then I spent, on the way back home, we spent 6 hours in Chicago waiting for a pilot to come in from Texas to take us back to Milwaukee. And I tell my boss all the time, there is no reason for me to fly. If I'm spending 10 hours in Chicago on a turnaround when it's a 2 hour and 45 minute flight, I mean, that's crazy.
well, when we went for our honeymoon, we were supposed to go from Milwaukee to Chicago, then Chicago. No, not honeymoon. We went to Oklahoma. When we went to Oklahoma, it was supposed to be Milwaukee to Chicago, Chicago to Oklahoma City.
Right.
Because there wasn't enough people on the flight from Milwaukee to Chicago, they had us take a coach.
Hmm.
So instead, we took a coach bus from Milwaukee to Chicago and then to Oklahoma City.
Interesting.
And the only thing is, when we got into Chicago, we had to worry about actually making it to our plane in time.
Now we got 2 hours and 8 minutes left on this trip. I don't know how much we have left for sleep.
2 hours and 20 minutes. We probably should have stopped right there.
I was gonna try to tell you that, but oh well. We'll figure out. We'll find another place, or we'll just push it through red.
Looks like we got a toll up ahead.
Yep, I see that. Whoa.
Following the trucks in front of me. Stopping. I think we can go left. Yeah, we can go left. I don't know why. Oh, I really hate that. The AI will start letting you over, and then as soon as you get in the lane, they start cutting you off.
Yeah.
Go, car. Oh my god, man. That blue car almost had a semi right up its ass.
Also very uncomfortable.
Yeah, considering it's like twice its size. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times its size. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that.
It looks like there's another
Yeah.
rest area coming up.
I'm gonna pull off into this rest area. I think I'm good on gas. I got over half a tank, but we should probably get a coffee.
Wow, you are burning through fuel, man.
I burn through fuel. I think I have a smaller tank too. I went with a smaller tank option because of cost.
I don't know what tank I have in this thing.
I figure I'll get fuel right away. So if you come running up on me, just know I'm sitting here getting fuel.
Yeah, I see you. I'm not getting fuel though. I'm just gonna go around you.
Well, in the next truck, I'll probably have bigger tanks. Ooh. Is that a parking spot?
Yep.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go up here and turn into one. If there is one. Oh, there is one right here.
Give me some water. get it?
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Get caught. Yep.
Good. I thought you said you were getting water. I was waiting for you to tell me you get back.
I'm back. I just had a water bottle.
Ah, gotcha. I thought you were getting it from the actual water source.
Oh, you thought I was getting up?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. Am I leading again?
I'm back on the road. Just come on in. Well, back off, dude.
Come on. Trucks.
So slow truck in the right lane. I'm jumping over left. Oh, now there's 2 slow trucks in the right lane.
There's a lot of slow trucks in the right lane. I just had to pass one.
A lot of tankers on this road.
I see that. A lot of slow moving trucks too.
Train foundry? I don't know what the hell what do they have in a tank for a train? Probably oil, right? For train?
Could be.
Maybe diesel? I don't know.
Could be crude oil.
It could be. See, this is the one I should do a playthrough where I'm hauling oils. A lot more space.
Spain?
Not Spain itself, just in general. In Euro Truck 2.
Oh.
Compared to the United States, which is only halfway done. Well, not even halfway yet. Close to halfway.
That's the thing about this, is there's so much. When it comes to size, though, I think the U.S. is bigger, but it only has half the U.S. compared to like most of Europe.
Well, yeah, they don't have Asia, they don't have India in here yet. I don't know if they're ever going to have that in there, but... And they don't
But
have
it's
all
got
of Russia.
Portugal all the way to Turkey, all the way to Russia. They don't have Ukraine, and they don't have, I forgot the country that's right north of Ukraine. But they're coming out with Greece. They're coming out with redoing, like, expansion of Sweden and Norway, and
Caution. Please watch the speed.
I mean, you basically can go all the way to the Arctic Circle, practically.
It goes down to 80 mile an hour up here, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, I'm speeding.
Looks like we might have a toll.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, these are closed. I can't go on these.
We're in Lisbon.
The right 2 are open.
I see it. I'm right behind you. Not right behind you, but there's a car, and then I'm right behind that car.
I tried to go into the one to the left of that. And
How'd that work out for you?
Could have been a lot worse. I could have went a little closer and never got my trailer over. I mean, that could have been a thing. Looks like the next exit we're taking.
Staying on the right then.
Yeah. We got 36 minutes. I wonder if we're in Portugal yet. I don't know.
Exit right.
We probably are. I'd assume we are.
Exit right. Get ready to turn left.
We will be turning to the left.
Turn left.
Oh, green means go. almost right there.
Yep.
It looks like we might have to be in the left lane. I'm not sure.
Keep left.
Set your bull. Set your bull. Set your bull. Set your bull. I don't know. I'm saying it wrong.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Turn right.
Well, that brake works really well.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Another roundabout. Go figure.
Well, you know, we're in Europe where basically they invented the roundabout. Not even basically, I think they did invent the roundabout.
Yeah, I have no idea who
And then
invented it.
turn right.
Got a gate, just so you know.
Turn right.
I got another gate.
It was a nice ride.
And
This is interesting.
where are we parking it, homie? Oh, right there. Okay. Yep, sure enough.
You're going there?
Yeah, right in this spot right here.
I'm going over here, I guess.
Whoa. All right. I'm bound all down. Okay, let's see where we're at. Shit. Just barely over half for 20.
Alright, we're dropped. That was 900 kilometers.
Whoa! There's a load that is 1175 kilometers. The ferry distance is 1258 kilometers. It costs 2,135 euros in ferry price. Trip time is 42 hours and 13 minutes, and it pays 31 grand, and it goes to Italy. Villa Giovanni in Italy.
Are you looking at the same? Oh, I see it. Wow.
I'm almost willing to take it just for the hell of it, just just to run
Yeah,
that. That
we
looks
could.
kind of fun. I mean, you wanna?
Well, what we could do then, hear me out. If we do that, we could take that load to Italy, say Albania,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're on that side where we want to be anyway.
Yeah, and then we can hit Albania and then come back towards Switzerland. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's take this load. What time is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It'll take me a little longer than I wanted to, but I'm okay with it. I want to run this load.
It's a long ferry trip.
It is a long ferry trip. Good money though, 31 grand.
You know what? I've never done a ferry in Convoy, so I'm curious on how this works.
Oh yeah. All right, where am I? I am down that way. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
I need to find
boom, boom. Yeah.
a hex key, because the bolt that mounts my shifter on, not the actual shifter, but the shifter arm, is loose. All three of them are. I don't know where it's at. Oh well. We're picking up here, right? Yeah, we are.
Yep. It's a dry van.
Okay, here we go.
All right. I am.
Oh, that's a B double.
It's a who?
A B double. It's a double.
Oh, I don't know what the hell a B double is. I'm gonna shut down just for a second. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna go look for this bolt so I can tighten this.
Okay. Just be back in a second.
Alright.
Alright, I'm back. You back, Doug?
Let's do this.
Come on, Doug. Sorry. Come on, Darkwater. Let's go.